Hi guys, welcome back to Python 0 to Hero lectures. And in this lectures, we're going to be looking at types of numbers. So there are many types of numbers in Python, but we're mainly going to focus on integers and floating point numbers. And in this lecture, we're going to be looking at basic maths with Python, such as addition, subtraction, multiplications, and much more. We will also look at how to create variables and assign them values. So let's open up Jupyter Notebook and get right into it. So here I've created a new Jupyter Notebook. First thing I'm going to do is change the header to numbers in Python. And as shown in the last lecture, you can do markdown this ways. And I'm gonna not waste any time and get right into the arithmetic. Okay, so in last lecture, I told you that the shortcut for running each tab is Control Enter. However, when you do that, you notice a new tab is not created and you'll have to double click or press B in order to create a new tab. However, you can also do this. So let me show you addition first. Addition. So let's do 2 plus 2. If you do Shift Enter instead of Control Enter, the cell will run and a new tab will also be created. Okay, so let's do subtraction 2. Okay, now let's do some multiplication times 2 again. That's 6, correct. Let's do some division divided by 3. That's 7. Okay, now we're going to look at floor division and I'll explain what that is in a second. So floor division 7, floor division 4. Okay, we received 1. However, you might be thinking that 7 divided by 4 is 1.75 and not 1. But as we use double slashes, the double slash operator truncates the decimal without rounding and returns an integer result. Okay, so let's look at some more arithmetics. What do we do if we want the remainder after division? We do modulo, right? So in order to do modulo, we use the percentage sign. So percentage sign, what this tells us is that 4 goes into 7 once with a remainder of 3. Alright, now let's look at power. Let's do 3 power 3. Alright, that's correct. We can also do roots this way. So if I do 0.5, that's 2. Correct. Now we're going to look at some variable assignments as we have done some basic arithmetics, looked at numbers. Alright, so let's look at some variable assignments. First, I'm going to do a markdown. Assignment. Okay. So let's begin. Now I'll show you how you can assign names and create variables. Keep in mind we use a single equal sign to assign labels to variables. Now I'll show you some examples. Okay, so I'll create an object A and assign it the value 10. Alright, so we can do addition with these objects. A plus A should be 20. We can also do reassignments in Python. So what I mean by that is that currently A equals 10. However, if we say A equals 20 now, we will not receive an error. And when we check the value of A now, it's 20. Alright, so that's variable assignments. However, you need to keep in mind that the names you use when creating these labels need to follow a few rules. So the names cannot start with a number. There can be no spaces in the names. You can use underscore. You cannot use any of the symbols like these and other symbols too. You can look that up. And also is considered best practice that we keep the names lower cases. You can name them, you can keep them upper cases. However, it's just considered best practice that we keep it lowercase, okay? So, in this lecture, we have learned some of the basics of numbers in Python. We have learned how to do arithmetic and use Python as a basic calculator. Then we wrapped it up with learning about variable assignment in Python. In the next lecture, I'll teach you about strings. All right? I'll see you guys in the next one.